What is going on, you guys? Cian here with another video for you guys today. And today, so yesterday on my Instagram I asked you guys for video ideas. I have my own video ideas and a lot of them are going to take a lot of planning and prep, and I really just want to get out a video because I want to get back on that grind. So I've decided that someone asked to see a BTS of making music, like what I do. So I'm just gonna be showing you guys like what I do to start making a song, basically. So as you can see on my screen, I have a ton of tabs open, and a good 99% of them are beats that I'm either using and I'm in the process of using them, or I'm just looking through beats. And right now these are all like people that I've subscribed to, and I just let like the videos come through in my subscription box, and then after a while I go back through and then I listen to all of them, and I keep them open if I like them, and if I don't, then I just X the tab out. So the first thing you want to look for in a beat is, first of all, like what vibe you're on for. If it's a hype song or if it's something like this. So if it's something like that, you know, you just gotta find the right beat for you. And if you don't feel inspired to write to it within the first 30 seconds of the beat, scrap it, find a new beat. Make sure that the beat you are using, it speaks to you and it reflects like what kind of vibe you're going for. So yeah, my tips for finding a good beat, just go through a ton of beats, and if there's like an artist that you know like has a lot of really good beats, just literally search. I know it's kind of like a meme a little bit, but literally just search like Post Malone type beat, Juice WRLD type beat, Lil Uzi type beat, Logic type beat, and like just scroll through stuff like that, and it'll really like help you narrow stuff down and get vibes. And you can also go and find other producers. There's a lot of producers that I find really reliable and always have good beats. Young Swisher has really good beats. I love his beats so much. This guy YZ has some really good beats as well. Yondo. Those are kind of the main three people that I always go back to no matter what. So yeah, that's my stuff for the beats. So yeah, I always just look for a beat that like just speaks to me and like I can really find a vibe to, like this. Whenever I find a beat that I like, I just start like mumbling, just gibberish, just nonsense, just to try to find like some flows that I can work with. Yeah, I'm seeing it from the summer fan now. Send me someone to from and they're coming to man now. Someone to rumming and someone to rumming and someone to band now. Someone to rumming and someone to bumming and bumming to band now. I literally just do that. I just try to find like some flows and like switch it up here, switch it up there. So yeah, once I find a beat, I take it and I put it right into GarageBand. I make sure it's set to the correct tempo, and I make sure it's set to the correct key. And then I just start writing. Sometimes the first thing that comes to me is the hook. Sometimes the last thing that comes to me is the hook. Sometimes I write around the hook. Sometimes I write to get to the hook. So sometimes when I'm listening to the beat, the first thing I hear can sometimes be the hook, or it can just be a throwaway line somewhere else in the song. Yeah, so like, I don't know, something like, since it's called Acid Up. I've been tripping on acid my whole life. Can't tell what's real, I cut it with a knife. Yeah, tripping on acid my whole life. Can't tell what's real, cut it with a knife. So something like that, like it could come to me right away, and that could be the hook right then and there. But other times, if I'm not feeling it that well, and if I don't think that people will remember it or like really connect with it, then I will use it as a separate line in the song, and then I'll just start writing, and then until when I want it to get to the hook, I'll try to figure out something catchy and nice and smooth. I always try to vary it with my flows because you don't want anyone getting bored in your song. You really want to just keep it like always stuff coming at you, whether it's bars, whether it's flows, whether it's a hook, whether it's, I don't know, literally anything. You just have to keep their attention for the whole song. So I would say if you are doing a song, this is what I do. about every like 10-ish seconds, I change the flow. I feel like that's about the person's attention span for one flow, so I could be going like, someone a fan now, someone a fan now, someone a fan now, so yeah, I just literally switched up the flow 3 times within that like about 15-ish second span. So you really want to just keep the flow switching, keep the person engaged, and that's what I do. Then when it comes to writing the lines, sometimes I have a lot of folders in my notes. One's just for like other singles, others are for like just general stuff and like other projects that I'm working on. And I have this one called Lines to Implement, and it's just a ton of lines that I've thought about over my time rapping that I just have never used and never thought fit in a specific song, so they go here. So sometimes I'll go back to this and I'll look around and I'll see, oh, could I make this work? Oh, this is a good line, and stuff like that. And then other times I will work around a rhyme scheme, because especially if like there's a theme to the song, like, I don't know, something like guitars, like I'll try to find punchlines around guitars, like something with strings, something with calluses, I don't know, stuff like that, just to, you know, have some cool variation and stuff in there. It really depends on the song that I'm going for when I'm making a song. If I go to a song like, I don't know, intro, you'll see the amount of different layering of like all the vocals, but all the blue stuff is my vocals. And all this stacked stuff right here, this is part of a chorus. Usually whenever I'm singing a chorus or a hook or something like that, it's gonna be stacked. Whether it's this many or if it's just 3, it really depends. So what I do when I'm recording my chorus vocals, I take it and I record it normally, and then once I think I did a good run through, I make a copy of the same vocal. Here, I'll find a better song for an example, because this is a little jumbly. Yeah, something like Drowning, it's really easy to see like what I'm doing. So this was the main vocal, and I recorded the hook right here. I've been drowning. And if I took out the 2 extra vocals that I did, it would sound less full. I've been drowning, I've been drowning, So it sounds good like that, but then when I add the extra layered vocals, it sounds so much better. I've been drowning, I've been drowning, I've been drowning in the fucking fame. And usually what I do, if I'm leading up to a hook, I'll take the main vocal, I'll make 2 copies of it, and then I'll label them hook vocal high, whatever. And I'll pan one of them to the left ear and one to the right, and I'll sing them slightly higher than I actually do in the main vocal. Then, something like when it gets to the end of Drowning, I've been drowning, I've been drowning, I've been drowning in the fucking fame. You can hear the deeper vocals. So let me just cut out the high ones and just play the deep ones. I've been drowning, I've been drowning, I've been drowning. So yeah, I do something like that, and I just record it like if I'm speaking almost, like I've been drowning, I've been drowning, I've been drowning in the fucking fame. Stuff like that. I'll just do that, and then it'll make it sound like a chorus because it's coming from all around you, and I make one to the left, one to the right, and it really gives it a nice feel so it's not just one voice coming at you. And usually for ad-libs, I never write them in. I usually, after I'm done with the whole song, I will go back in and then I'll just listen and I'll just be saying ad-libs just randomly. Sometimes they're planned though. So yeah, I've been working on a lot of songs, as you can see, with all these tabs. Should I say this? No. I won't say it. No, you know, I will. I have 2 projects in the work. One of them is gonna be crazy, but that's not gonna come out for a while, because I really want that one to be really good. But the one that's coming out soon is just a lot of hype songs, so be ready for that. So yeah, that's basically the video. It's just a BTS of just how I make my songs, and then, you know, after I have the beat, I never said this, but I just, you know, go right there, and I just start rapping. Sometimes I will make a beat. I've made a couple of beats. I'm really trying to learn and teach myself how to do it. I have this piano right here, and it has a ton of sounds on it, and I use that sometimes, but I really need like I really need an NPC. I think that's what they're called. I'm not really sure. It's just like a little square, and it has like other stuff on it, like knobs and stuff, and that makes it a lot easier to do stuff in GarageBand. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you want to see any other videos, I wrote down a lot of your guys' video ideas. Like, if you replied to my story, there's a 90% chance that I wrote it down and it's in my notes. Some of them I didn't write down just because I felt that they were kind of boring. But yeah. So, if you have any other video ideas than one that you recommended me, or if you didn't see the story, leave it in the comment. I might have already written it down, but please just write it no matter what, even if you think I have it, because I might not, and it might be a really good idea. So yeah, that is it for this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a big fat like. That'll be greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing today, and you guys are awesome. You should feel awesome, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bye. Shut up, Nora.